Should you put money down on a car lease? This is one of the most common questions that I get. And as a car buying expert, here's how I break it down. It all comes down to understanding the three different lease structures and understanding how much money, if any, you should put down. Now let's walk through the three different type of structures. The first structure is a sign and drive lease, and this is the most ideal scenario. In a sign and drive lease, you lease a car with no money due at signing. All fees, including registration fees, acquisition fees, dealer fees, taxes on rebates, your first month's payment are all rolled into your lease. And like I said, in this scenario, you don't even make the first month's payment. Your payments start on the second month. Structure 2 is when you have a lease that requires the first month's payment due at signing. And this is the second best scenario. In this structure, you only make the first month's payment when you sign the lease, and all other fees and taxes are rolled into the lease. Structure 3 is when you have the first month's payment and taxes and fees due at signing. Now in this structure, you're actually not putting money down, although it might feel like you're making a down payment. All you're doing is paying for upfront costs. And in my opinion, this is still a very solid approach and a solid structure. Now, if a dealer asks you to put more money down than the upfront costs and the first month's payment, I generally recommend that you don't exceed 5% of the vehicle's MSRP. So for a vehicle with a $50,000 MSRP, your total down payment should not exceed $2,500. Now, if the lease is an exceptional value, I might go slightly above that 5% threshold, but ideally I'd like to be at 5% or less. Now the reason you don't want to put cash down on a lease, and by cash I mean the money on top of the upfront costs and the first month's payment, is because when you do that, you're simply prepaying your lease. And if you put too much cash down, you risk losing that money if your car is involved in an accident and it's totaled, or if it's stolen. Financial knowledge is power. Please like and follow for more.